Hello, Stampin' friends. Welcome. I am back. Welcome, everybody. This is Monica Gibberti with Stampin' with Monica, and I have been a little MIA. I was traveling to Italy. I went to see my mom and my family, and we got back. Boy, when was it? Oh, this past Sunday, and it has been a blur. It was myself, my husband, my daughter, my son-in-law, and my grandson Luca. So my mom got to meet her third great son. So this is it's been a while, so let me just recap here. Okay, so welcome everybody. Please let me know where you're watching from. Leave a comment. I see Margaret joining us, and I see set of eyes. So welcome. This is my weekly online class to go. I was supposed to come on last night, but between jet lag and something going on family wise, so it was not a good night to be on. So tonight I'm going to show you 3 cards that are part of the class for this week, and then tomorrow night I'm going to show you 2 more projects for a total of 5 projects. The class you can watch for free. I hope this will inspire you. But if you're interested in getting the supplies to recreate the cards, then this would be my class to go, free with a purchase. Okay, what's going on in the world of Stampin' Up? We are ending a few things and starting new things. The ending is the host code deal, meaning that, I'm able to provide free items to my customers when they place an order using the host code, like this class, for example. I will be offering an embellishment for free, but this will end on Sunday, April 13th. So that would be the last day of any host code available to anybody, to any demonstrator in the Stampin' Up family. Hello, Judy. It's been a long time. Hello, Sharon from, I hope it's Florida or maybe wherever you are in the world, because you're a world traveler. Thank you for joining us. So yes, that is a change. Also, the ordering system will be a little bit different. Stampin' Up is updating the ordering system, the online ordering, and the beauty, and also the host code, not the host code, but the stamping rewards. What is really great about it is that everybody that places a minimum $20 order will accumulate host reward. Host stamping rewards, because there's not going to be a host anymore. So before the new change, you needed to spend $150 in order to accumulate stamping rewards. Now for every $20 you get a 10%, and you can accumulate your each time you place an order, you can accumulate those stamping rewards, and then you have I think it is a year to redeem them. Okay, so it's great. So for this is a great thing. So people are just getting their rewards for every order that they place. Minimum is $20. Also, the annual catalog and the mini catalog are going away. They are retiring on May 5th. This is their last the last day, okay? May 5th for the annual and the mini catalog. So if you're familiar, we have a last chance list, meaning that all the some of the products that are included in the catalogs or mini catalogs will be retiring, and they're now in the last chance list file. Okay, so those will be while supplies last. Some of them are discounted, so if you're interested, check my online store, and that's where you can find all the information and the deals. Okay, welcome everybody. I see Gail also, thank you, and Margaret and Judy, Sharon. So everybody, thank you so much for joining me. So tonight, and then I'm gonna do a switcheroo. I'm working with the Adventure Together bundle. This is an online exclusive, so this is not in any publication. Okay, it's in the online store, my online store, Stampin' Up online store, and this is a bundle that it was not on my radar, but Judy said, okay, Monica, do you have that one? I said, no, but I can order it. So, and then, as you know, I am collaborating with Judy, and we are designing projects, and I think this is thinking cute. It is. Okay, so it is a, what you may call it. Oh, you're so welcome, Judy. This is a cling rubber stamp. Okay, here I'm using all the stamps, and the bundle, if you're interested, is it is $42.25. The number, I will give you the number in case you are interested in placing the order to qualify for the class. Okay, so let me do the switcheroo. Please, 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 if I mess up and then I push whatever button and I disappear, come back. Okay, come back. So I'm going to use a sticky note and put it on top of the camera. One day I'll be so tech savvy that I will be able to do the switcheroo with the computer and on my hand, but that day hasn't come yet because I am computer stupid. So I don't want to spend too much time on computer stuff. Okay, so let me see if I can do this without making a mess. And I need to plug in my phone because it's old and I don't want my battery to go. Oops, everything is moving. Flip that. Is it going to flip? Please flip. Yes, it did flip. Okay, so for those of you that are joining just now, this is Monica Gioberti with Stamping with Monica. I apologize. I'm plugging in my phone. And I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Stafford, Virginia. And I've been a demonstrator for almost 22 years. Okay. It's been wonderful, I have to say. And I apologize. What's going on here? It's been wonderful. I've been enjoying it for, for this long. And this has given me, being a Stampin' Up demonstrator or a discount shopper, call it the way you want it, has given me the opportunity to meet so many wonderful people, ladies, via online. And I apologize, everything is moving. Online or in person, through my classes, through my online classes, and so on. Okay, so let's get going because I have 3 cards for you tonight using this beautiful bundle called Adventure Together that, as I said, you can find in the online store only. It's not in any publication. And the number is 164850 for the bundle. And every time you place the order using the bundle number, you save 10% on the stamp set and the set of dies. And this is $42.25. The dies do coordinate, obviously, with the stamped. So You have the camper or the RV, I don't know how you call it. Okay, so this die will die cut this. Then we have 2 different sizes of trees, and so you have 2 different sizes of dies there. You can die cut a chair and then a fire pit like that. You have extra dies that are this, if you want to cut grass, and this is tire marks. This is also, these 2 are labels that match the 2 sentiments here. So with this one you can cut happy campers, and with this one you can create the label for that. Then we have these 2, and you know, I was looking at the other day, and I said, okay, what is that? I think you can create a camera, because I think this is the base. Don't get, you know, don't quote me, but I think this looks like a camera. And then these are the lens, right? Could be that, because I'm looking at, oh, no. No. It could be a camera, or it could be the door. It could be the door on here, but you can also create a camera there, I think. So this is for the door. You can do a 3D there, and I don't know, this one probably is the people. I don't know. I haven't played with these, but I think they do coordinate with the camper there. Okay? Thank you for sharing this video, and I really appreciate it. Now, I mentioned this before. Facebook is now deleting videos after 30 days. Okay? They're not keeping videos for for years now, because they realize that they need space. So make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, because all my videos are going, you know, after I finish with my live, I then upload the video to the YouTube channel. Okay, let's start with the class. 3 cards. And I think they're stinking cute. I've done some of the work for 2 of them. The first one I'll do from start to finish, partial. Everything else I've done already some of the work with die cutting and coloring, because it would have taken forever, and I don't want to keep you that long. Okay, let me grab a here. This is my work surface. Now, if you're interested, this is the last host code is AG9JGP4E, but as usual, you will receive an email, and also all the details will be posted at the end of this video at top. Okay, here we go. So that is that. I'm using this, so also you don't have any of the glare from there. Hello, Elise, and everybody else that will pop on while I'm crafting. Okay, first card. These are stinking cute, and kudos to Judy that designed the cards. I'm in charge of a 3D and a fun fold that you will see tomorrow. Now, the first card has these supplies. Now, you see me putting everything in my Ziploc, but if you qualify for the cards, the kit, you also receive, not the Ziploc, but you will receive a envelope, okay? Thank you for sharing, ladies. Okay, so we have a card base in my favorite color, blue, that is Night of Navy, okay? Is it me or my light is not? Night of Navy. Then we have a layer of Highland Heather, like that. Then we have the insert, basic white. Then we have this scrap that where I will stamp, color, and die cut. I took, okay, this is the Everyday Skies Designer Series paper, 6x6. This is the pattern. Okay, let me see. Yes, and using the Everyday Arches, and unfortunately these are not currently available but when they come back, make sure, if you don't own them, make sure to grab them because they're fabulous. So this is the die that has the 3 inches at the bottom. So basically a 6x6 paper, I cut it in half and then I die cut it. So then you have the other half to use it, okay? That is that. Then whatever came out on that side, I just used for the strip. Then I stamped, I showed you. Let me grab the colors that we'll be using for this card. We'll be using Night of Navy and Tuxedo Memento Black. So what I did on the Highland Heathers scraps, I stamped in Night of Navy 2 large trees, okay? And die cut. So that is simple and easy. Then I stamped my chair from here, and I decided to use Night of Navy, so I stamped and die cut with the matching die. And I have my chair, set it aside. Then I stamped, color, and die cut. And I'm going to show you the blends that I used. I used crumb cake for the bottom, and then this is Daffodil Delight, light and dark. Okay, so you can see here, there, I think you can, right? Because there's a little bit of a jag. Hello, Jane. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to say hi. We love to hear where everybody's watching from, and thank you for coming on. So that is that, okay? So these are the pieces. Whoops, I'm just looking at my hand because there's a little bit of delay there. Okay, so these are the pieces that I've done. Then I die cut a label from the die here, and don't mind me, there's a scrap in there, so I love to use my scraps. So I die cutted this label where I'm going to stamp on. So we have that. So let's start with the card, and let's start with stamping. I'm going to stamp. What did I do in here? Yes, stamp, 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 and stamp. We're going to set this aside. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take my label, and I'm going to take the sentiment that says, let the adventure begin. Okay. And we are stamping right there. Easy peasy, nice and easy. Voila. Let the adventure begin. So we have that. Then on my inside, I'm going to set aside that and clean. I grab these stars and moon, and I'm going to go and stamp down here, okay? So that's my inside. I'm going to do the same, grab the stars and the moon, and then I'm going to stamp. Oh, this is all. Let me see if I do that. Yes. I just realized that one thing. Okay, stars and moon. It's fun to stamp on the designer choice paper. Actually, I need to clean. And where is my... I am sitting down tonight because today I babysat my grandson. Oh my golly. There's an age for everything. I'm going to tell you that for sure. Up and down the stairs, laying on the carpet, reading books, and he turned 10 months today. So he is 10 months old, and oh my, and he doesn't want to sit, doesn't want to be on its own. Like his mom, she needed to be with somebody. I need to do things. Nope, there was no way. Okay, so now I am grabbing this image, and I'm stamping my, whatchamacallit, RV, camper, I don't know how you call it. Okay, and I am going to use Memento. And I'm gonna stamp. So if you qualify, remember that I cannot send any pre-stamped images. You will have to have the bundle if you want to recreate the cards as I am showing you, okay? And but anything else that is not related to the bundle, I'll be able to die cut. Now, what I'm going to do before I start coloring, I'm going to grab my Highland Heather. I'm going to go back to my Night of Navy. Okay, I'm going to grab the large of the trees, and let's see, I did down here, and obviously every time is different. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the side there, and I'm going to do here. Okay, so randomly, but there's a, I don't know how you say it, madness. I don't know how you say it. I hope my internet is going to be okay. I just realized that probably I am not connected to internet. I'm using my cellular data because my internet was like not doing their job. So now I have this, okay, and I can put this one down because we are not going to do anything to this after we have cut it, okay? So I'm going to use, guess what, dimensionals, because love me some dimensionals. Okay, so for those of you I am working on, that don't know, I'm working on my upcoming retreat that is happening the weekend of the April 26th and 27th, and then I have 50 ladies joining us, joining me. Actually, with me is going to be 51, and oh boy, we provide meals, I provide a class, everybody brings their own stuff, they work on their projects. I have also add-on classes, meaning that people can register for the classes that are not included in the make and takes that I provide. Usually are 4 cards and 2 scrapbook pages. Doing my favorite technique here. And what else? Then I'll have price patrol, meaning, you know, if you are a Stampin' Up either demonstrator or a discount shopper and you've been to one of the events, one of Stampin' Up events, you know that they do price patrol. I do the same throughout the weekend. People get to win stuff. Everybody wins. Everybody has price patrol. Either it's a number or a color, depending on the theme. And I have that. I have door prizes. I have raffle. So door prizes, you can collect them by doing things throughout the weekend. What else? Raffle is something, tickets that you buy, and I'm raffling off big items from Stampin' Up. So yeah, this is what I'm working towards. You know, it's the end of April, the last weekend, but then I'll have one in September and another one in December. So if you're local and you would like to come, even if you're not local, we have hotels nearby that are like 3 or 4 miles, not even, from the event. I'm holding it at one of the schools, and also with the registration, we do have a donation to the school, so that's why I love doing that. I love to give back to the community and especially teachers. So part of the registration goes toward the faculty fund, and I've been very pleased throughout the years, because this is not the first one. We have, you know, allowed the principal to do something special for her faculty. Okay, here we go. Now let's pretend that I've stamped these 2 trees with Night of Navy on here and die cut. And as I said, I don't want to keep you forever, so I'm kind of you know, doing it. I think I'm going to do this. I mean, you don't want to just sit here and watch me stamp and die cut. That is, everybody can do that as long as you have the matching dies. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same for this. I'm going to do one over there and one over here. So I'm building my card first, and then I'm going to do the other thing there. Okay, then I have my fire pit and my chair like that, and I already know where they go. So no, actually I'm going to put it at the end. Now let's work on the camper, whatever you want to call it. We're going to color it and die cut it. So the colors that I'm using, let's see, because I threw everything in my basket here. So I know that I'm using light Daffodil Delight. Obviously I'm using the combo. Then I'm using Boho Blue, because I realized that I don't have Azure Afternoon. How can I not have Azure Afternoon blend? So this is Boho Blue. I'm using my dark Pumpkin Pie. Then I'm using, what am I using here? I think I did my dark Lost Lagoon and dark, this is Highland Heather. I think I've used, and we need our Smoky Slate. So I hope I did everything here. So let's get started, and I'm coloring with Smoky Slate first. And I apologize if you don't want to stay and watch me color, but this is the only one that you will watch me do, because all the other ones are already colored and die cut. So you just watch me assemble the cards, okay? But this one I needed to show you. Everybody can color, but why not showing to you, right? Love my blends. So I'm gonna go here and do the tires. Stay within the lines, Monica. Okay, tires here. Last time that I did my live, I was saying, boy, I cannot see anything out of these glasses. Do you know why? They were the old glasses. So, duh. You know, it was really silly, but I didn't pay attention. And I just put a pair on. Okay, so I'm doing that, and I'm going back to my dark using the bullet tip. I'm doing the, what's the name, the bumper. Okay, then I'm gonna do Boho Blue, and I'm gonna do the light, and I'm going to do light. I could even leave, you know, black, the white in the middle. But because I made a mistake in my original, because I colored the wrong one, I said, well, might as well do it this way now. So I could leave it like that, but in my original, I did this. So why not? So I'm going to go light and dark here. Okay. Okay. That is done. Now I'm taking Daffodil Delight, and I'm coloring the light one. I'm coloring the window, like making it look like there's somebody inside. And then I'm gonna do this part. I'm gonna do this, because this is, you will see it's, you know, we stamped the sun, not the sun, the moon and the stars. So of course it means that it's late at night and they are stopping at whatever location and they're having dinner or something else. Then I'm going to do my greenery here with my dark Lost Lagoon right there. Okay, simple and easy. And then I'm using I did light first with the boho blue. Okie dokie. And then I did a little bit of shading here. Like that. And I'm gonna blend it. So you see it a bit. Okay, now the door is gonna be in Highland Heather. And this camper is really fancy dandy. Okay, this camper is very colorful. So let's go around here. Leaving that part. And then I'm good to go with my brush to make it faster. Okay, and there we go. I have my video. Hello, Gail. And then I have my video there stopping. Oh, lordy, lordy. I'm going to do the steps there like that. And then the rest of my camper is going to be in pumpkin pie. Then we're going to put the card together. So do the edges here. The only thing about coloring this is that there are so many parts. And you don't want to color in, mix and match the coloring. So that's why we need to do the edges. Right? That's the only thing. Okay, don't want to color that. I already did. That's okay. It's a camper, RV, whatever it is. Okay, and after this, we are done. We can put the card together. There. I'm gonna do the lines there. Okay, let's see if I can do this faster with my brush tip. Okay. There. And then I'm going to die cut, and I promise this is the only time that you will see that you're watching me color. Okay, this is my camper or RV or whatever you want to call it, and this is all the coloring there. Where's my camera? There, like that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and grab the matching die out of here, take it, grab my post-it note here, do this. Look how stinking cute this is. Do you guys own this bundle? Let's see who has this bundle, just to get an idea of how popular this is. So I'm grabbing this, going to die cutting machine and cut it out. And we should be GTG as you want to say it. Okay. You don't own it, Elise. I hope this will inspire you or make you go buy it, because I think it's stinking cute. Okay, there you go. So now let's proceed with assembling this card. We are at this point, okay? We have this that's gonna go right there. I think I put my fire pit, so this is gonna stay up here, my fire pit and my chair. So guess what, we're using a dimensional because my chair is gonna be here. I want my chair to stay there, and then my RV is gonna be parked over there. Then somebody's gonna warm up with, thank you Elise, this one is gonna go here. Okay, then we're gonna put dimensionals on here, and I will put dimensionals mostly here and here, and one in the middle. I have two sheets of whatchamacallit, 2 sheets of dimensionals started. Okay, so they are parked, and voila, and this fire is burning over there. Then I have my sentiment. As far as embellishments, we're using linen thread and the rhinestones. Okay, so I'm going to grab some of this, and you will see how stinking cute, because these don't need an extra special. I think linen thread is the right whatchamacallit, thread, ribbon. Okay, I'm gonna put it down here like so, and I'm gonna grab a dimensional, and I'm gonna just pinch the middle there. That is that. Okay, and then that's gonna go over there. I'm gonna put one here and one here. Peel off that. Let the adventure begin. Voila. Okay, now as far as the embellishments, we are grabbing my large and a medium, and then I'm gonna go with some here. Okay, I'm gonna put it right there, and then I'm gonna grab another one that goes up there. So this is my front, and my inside. Okay, Gail, so maybe this will make you go get it, right? And voila. That is that, this is that, and this is the card number 1. So here we go. Hope you like it. Okay, and this is my original. So you can see the difference here is this, as I said, is the 6x6 sheet of cardstock. I cut it in half. So then when I die cut my arch, I did it this way. I die cut it, so half arch is this one, and this is the other arch right there, actually on the other there. So you have 2 different looks depending on which side of the designer series paper you would use. Okay, card number 1 right there. So let's move on to card number 2. Which one is card number 2? Oh, this is a easy peasy. So these are the supplies that you will get, and the card base is in Pool Party. Gonna grab our bone folder, Pool Party, and then the same Pool Party, but I embossed it with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. Loving it. Okay, and what I can do, I'm gonna work on this, just leave it like that. Then we have another arch that is a tad smaller than the one that we just used. So let me see. Yes, this is smaller, where we're gonna stamp. And then you have the other arch. So this one is the second smallest, and then this is the other one for that. Okay, let's stamp. Color that we're using is Lost. The only color that we use is Lost Lagoon and Memento. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna grab Lost Lagoon and my cleaning thing here that I already did. And I'm going to grab Lost Lagoon and the sentiment that says, let the adventure begin in Lost Lagoon. I'm going to flip it like that and hopefully stamp it straight. And I'm going to stamp on here like such. Let the adventure begin. Now, using my Lost Lagoon, I'm going to grab the large of the trees and we're going to start creating like a forest. And let's see. I think I'm going to go and do one there. And I'm going to go, how did I do it? I went down here. And I'm going to go up here, okay? And then it's going to be different from the one that I did. Then I'm going to stamp off and go up here, stamp off, go up here, stamp off, go up there, okay? And then I'm also going to use the little one because I just realized, so it's going to be a little bit different here, there, and that's it, okay? Because when I put this one there, it's going to go like that. Okay, so I just showed you there. So now I am done with the stamping for the outside. Now I'm going to grab the inside. And since this is already inked, I'm going to do this. It's going to be a little bit different from the original. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do the large. And then I'm going to stamp off and do this in the middle. Okay? So that's my inside and that. Now, let's pretend that I've stamped in Memento black. And what I'm using to color, the colors are the tires. My colors are Smoky Slate, Lost Lagoon, okay, dark. And then this is Flirty Flamingo, dark, and I used light and dark of the Pool Party, okay? So this is what you have, and then obviously you die cut. That part is done. Now, there's a die here. This is the die, and when you run it through the die cutting machine, it will give you this, okay? It does not cut. It will just cut. What do I mean? It will not separate the paper that you just have die cut it, okay? Basically, there's not an ending. Then I'm going to, so this is Smoky Slate and this is Basic Gray. I am going to layer these together, and I'm using a little bit of liquid glue here and there, because I don't want to use the regular glue, otherwise I will see it through the holes. There and there. And I'm going to glue it to this. Okay. Once it's glued, okie dokie, I'm gonna take my scissors or paper snips, okay, and to the best of my ability, I'm going to cut a corner, and let's see. Okay, to make it pointy. Now you could do here as well, but I don't have enough room, so I decided that mine is going to be like that. You could have just cut this and this, but I'm not sure I'll be able to do it, so I'm going to leave it like so. Okay, let's put this card together. First thing, we're going to grab our layer here. We're going to grab this and we're going to put it down. Yes. And actually, I can even glue, not glue, put dimensionals in the back of this panel and just mount it on the card base because I can do that. Okay? Simple and easy. Throw everything in there. Voila. So, what do I want to say? When I go home, obviously, I speak Italian. And then when I come back, I have to speak Italian every day. And when I come back, I have to refocus and say, okay, this is English, Monica. So my brain has to work. Plus the jet lag, because it's still, you know, there's still a bit of it. Even though now that I'm used to travel so often, I don't feel it that much, but boy, there's a part of the day that is like, what? I need to go take a nap because right now over in Italy is 10 minutes to 2 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m. in the, so it's it's time to go to bed. Okay, so now we have this. We're going to put this tire tracks here. And I'm going to put all on dimensionals. Okie dokie, one here. And if I want to make it leveled, because I'm already putting stuff on dimensionals there. See, this one is on, my arch is already on dimensionals. So I'm going to put this one up here, like such. Okay? So it's all level. As you can see, you don't see, I put two and one over there. Now I can put my schmancy fancy RV or camper. Okay. And I am not going to put anything else. And this is going to stay like that. How cute is that? They are traveling. Is this straight? Not really. We're going to make it straight. There. No, it is. Okay. Now, my arch where I stamped, I'm going to grab my paper cutter or paper trimmer, and I'm going to trim just a bit. Just a tad bit. Sorry for the noise. My husband is vacuum packing. I imagine that must be a bit hard to go back and forth from a time. It was. And sometimes, you know, Elise is like, okay, which language am I speaking at the moment? Because it's funny. It's really funny. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm going to measure this, fold it in two, and do my usual tricky thing. And instead of wrapping it around twice and wasting some of it, I'm just gonna do this. Okay, there. I'm gonna fold it, and because I know that I'm using dimensionals, why not do it right away. And I'm gonna do it on this side as well. Okay, this is my way doing surgery here. And voila. Let me see. One needs to be pulled and done better. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. I thought it was going to be easier. Well, my sample was easier, but because I'm here. Okay, done. Done. I'm gonna put it on here. Let the adventure begin. That is gonna go over there. Okay, and now I'm gonna grab this, and like I usually do, I do my bow directly on here. So while we were in Italy, the weather was yucky, very humid. I'm not used to the winters over there anymore. Very humid and cold. But then when the sun came out, oh, it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Almost summer. It was 21 degrees Celsius, so it's high 70s. It was nice, but probably I think you had good weather here as well. Okay, so this card is done while I was blabbering. There we go. Let's put this one down and then put the embellishments, and we are almost done. So grab this. Let the adventure begin, and we're gonna put, I'm gonna do a small like that, and I'm gonna do a medium and a large. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, so this is the card. Let the adventure begin. And this is the original one, okay? You get supplies to create one of each, okay? So five projects. Okay, now this card is a little bit on the, not complicated, but pay attention. Pay attention. So we have a card base in Pretty Peacock. We have the insert that is in basic white. You have a piece of smoky slate that has been embossed with the plaster, painted plaster, that is in the online exclusive. Then we have these strips of paper. We have, this is Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and another piece of Smoky Slate. What I have done ahead of time, I'm going to tell you what I did. So I stamped the camper on Smoky Slate cardstock, okay? Hope you can see this. Then I went ahead and colored, this is Smoky Slate, light and dark, because I did not need to color inside. Dark there. I did light the steps. This is, I'm kind of using some of the colors here, but when you color it on a darker cardstock, they come out a little bit different. I think, if I remember, I did dark Calypso Coral and light, no, I did Calypso Coral. Where is it? Where is my Calypso Coral? Here, this is my dark Calypso Coral. And I think I did, yes, dark Flirty Flamingo, because obviously I'm using, because we have Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral, okay? And then this is the dark of the Pretty Peacock, okay? dark Calypso Coral. This is dark Flirty Flamingo, Pretty Peacock, and there, okay? Then what I did, so you should have, instead of, you know, stamping and die cutting and color in front of you, this is when I showed you the first one, everything should be kind of easy. Then I stamped 2 of the large trees on, this is Smoky Slate, and I used Pretty Peacock ink, and I did 2 large and 1 small. Okay, so these are all the pieces. What I'm left to do is a stamp on the label. So this label will be added to the card. Okay, so I'm going to use the stamp that says Happy Campers. I'm going to grab my Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to stamp, but I'm stamping on toward the right of it as much as straight that I can, beautifully straight. Okay, and then let me see the inside. Well, we're working on this. We're gonna stamp more trees that I need to clean because I think I used a different color. Yes, I used Lost Lagoon. So what I'm going to do is stamp in Pretty Peacock. I think I'm gonna do all large, so the big tree. So my tree will be up here, and then one up there, and then we're gonna go one down here. Voila. Then I'm grabbing the sentiment that says let the adventure begin, and ink it and stamp it as straight as possible in the middle over there. Okay, oh, Elise, what I do when I create, first of all, if I'm using designer series paper, I'm using the colors that are in the designer series paper. And then sometimes I pick a different a different tone. So if it is a real red, I can go down. Do you see what I'm saying? So to tell you the truth, I bought the color wheel, the color combination. I haven't looked at it because I just, you know, that's how I do. That's how I do it. I just use the designer series paper. Like in this case, we're using so many different colors, and then you use the, there's no designer series paper in this one, but the one that I did before, the colors were pretty much from the designer series paper. Okay, so that is that. This is that. We have that. And why do I have this? Oh, I need that. Okay, let's pay attention here. And Monica, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Okay, so let me just fold my paper, my cardstock. Here, my card base, actually. Okay, and then the easy part would be to take this embossed, and we are going to rip it, kind of to do a little bit of a, like a mountain or something, and we are going to put it down here. Simple, easy peasy. This goes down with the regular adhesive. I did not use dimensionals on mine, or I might be lying. No, I did not. What? Okay, so that is gonna go down flush. Okay, this is like the base of your card. Okie dokie. We're that, and we set it aside. Now let's play with this one. So the idea was to create a sunset. Okay, I'm not going to show you the original because you can see. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave this like that. We're going to take this and rip it. Okay, and we're gonna put this one like such. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive here. This one is giving me grief. There. So first thing that we do is that. Okay, then we're taking this Daffodil Delight and we are ripping it. Okay, and this we can do it like so. Okay, like such. And then on this one we are ripping it, okay, as well. But then we are stamping 2 treetops on the bottom, okay? Then you'll see this. Where's my mouse? Here, because there's something in the middle. Yes, that's why everybody, you know, you don't need to be a, whatchamacallit, an artist, because Stampin' Up does the work for you. So that is going to be like such. I'm going to rip it a little bit more. Okay, and this one is going to go like that. Now, this should be measuring. Okay, but what I'm going to do is, and hopefully I'll do it correctly. Where's my pretty peacock? Just stamp that and stamp that. Okay. And I'm going to glue this right there. Kind of. Okay. Let's see if it works. Now with this, I'm going to cut it out. Cut this one out. So you need to make sure that your pieces are at least 4 inches long. Okay, so you can play around. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my magic tape here, and then I'm going to run this into my die cutting machine. Okay, I can even push this one as long as, and die cut. And if it doesn't cut through the first time, I will have to flip it around and cut again, okay? But I'm going to do this and I'll be right back. See if this works. Maybe yes, maybe not. So I'm going to put this one to the side, run it through. 1, 2, let's see if this, yes, it did cut through. Let me just cut one more time, flipping it. Let's see if I made a mess. Okay, so now let's peel off this gently. First of all, because it's so thick, so we gently are peeling off this, gently, without ripping any of our work. Okay. This was very thick. Very, very thick. Okay. There. Let's see if I can rip this now. Gently. Voila. It doesn't matter if it rips on the other side of the outside of the circle. What I don't want is ripping my paper in there, because I press. Now this is become very sticky. But voila. Okay. Here we go. We have different layers, and if you need to, you can even trim like that. Okay, so this is the idea of doing like a sunset scenery. Okay, here we go. Clean up, Monica. So now let's put this card together and you will see. So now we have this. We're going to put a bunch of dimensionals, especially where these pieces meet, so they don't go anywhere. Okay, so now I'm stuck there. So now this is going to be like that. Okay, then we have our large tree there that we stamped in Pretty Peacock on Smoky Slate. Okay, I'm gonna put this one like that. Then we're gonna take the other large, and I'm almost done because I did everything. Okay, so yeah, okay, and then this one, yes, Elise, I did run it through. This one, I'm going to attach it there, and then I'm going to put the small one kind of like that. There. So we have that. Okie dokie. So now I have my camper. My camper is going to go right there. Putting a lot of dimensionals here because I'm going to do, okay, I didn't do it in my original, but I'm going to do it in this one. I'm going to double stack this. Okay. My camper is going. Voila. And then where did I stamp? Here. Then I'm going to take my Happy Campers and I'm going to trim the edge on this side. Trim it. And I'm going to take my linen thread, do the usual, 1 and 2, trim it off. Okay, I'm going to put my dimensional here. This one is going to go like that. And then I'm going to put 1 dimensional here. I love dimensionals, in case you don't know. I do love my dimensionals. Voila. Happy Campers. Like that. Trim it. There. Where's my inside? I'm going to put it in. Like that. Let's grab some embellishments and let's go to town. Let's put some stars because they look like stars. Okay. So remember, if you qualify for the class, you're $45 in merchandise order will give you the supplies to recreate the cards. No embellishments. I will put the linen thread, the pieces of the linen thread that you would need. But if your order is of $60 or more, then you get the supplies to all the obviously the 5 projects, plus a pack of the rhinestones. Okay, so here we go. And then your scenery can be different, okay? Mine, as you can see, has a little bit of an imprint of my plates, but nobody knows. Okay, so here we go. So these are the cards for part 1 of the class. 3 cards you receive. If you qualified or interest, you receive the supplies to create 1 of each. So you see 2 because 1 is my sample. But these are these beautiful cards done with the Adventure Together bundle. Okay, so this is all. Remember, you have until Sunday to place the order. Actually, because Sunday is also the last day that we will ever have a host code. So that would be my last chance to give you the embellishments for the class. Okay, then come the next class, we'll figure things out. But I also so things might be different. So just so you know, take advantage of getting this beautiful class. You haven't seen the next 2 projects, but I'm sure you will love it. Okay, so this is it for tonight. I will see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for part 2 with 2 more projects. Thank you so much for being here, for watching and commenting and sharing the video. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.